I think I need to go back downstairs to answer that question.
Okay.
It's creative downstairs.
Brains had a very hard time getting back into our novel today.
Yeah, it'd been 4 weeks now since we've recorded a video, 4 weeks since we've had our meeting to discuss things about our novel. And we've been on vacation. You've been sick.
Yeah.
I've been sick.
Mhm.
It's been a lot that's gone on and not a lot of time in those 4 weeks spent working on the novel. So when it came time to get back into working on that, we were both kind of lost.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if I was even going to be able to participate. Yesterday, like Saturday morning, I had just a little bit of a hint of a cold, but by the end of the day Saturday, it was like a truck had hit me and I could hardly even get out of bed yesterday. It took everything I could just to walk from one room to another. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to even be here today, but I got enough rest overnight, I guess, and I can at least pretend to feel like I'm normal today. So that was good. But it was a little bit tricky when we got to meet and we just kind of stared at each other.
We ended up reading some of your notes from a couple months ago about all these unanswered questions, and we each read through those separately, and then we stared at each other some more. And we couldn't figure out how to continue forward on it for a while.
We wanted to answer some of the questions as far as the storyline goes. We had talked earlier about having a bridge that went from A to Z, and it's just a log bridge, and we wanted to fill in some of the holes. We refreshed our minds on where some of the holes were, but we realized it's not working to try to figure out what fills in those holes. And I just looked at you and I said, I think we need to move downstairs, because that's when we do the plot level, story level communication, we tend to be downstairs sitting in the recliners talking to each other. And when we're up here, it's more about the mechanics of the process of writing the story. So to get into a different mode, we needed to get into a different environment. And that seemed to help.
It did, yes.
Yeah, we were able to come up with a lot of ideas. We shifted some things around. We took some plot points and said, oh, well, this would fit better here. And then really helped to convey more of the feeling that we wanted to get across.
Yeah, it was, it felt more creative down there. And there was, I think, like you said, that's where we have our creative brainstorming. And so going down there made it feel like we were entering into a new area and changing that mindset to be creative and coming up with ideas for the plot.
And that's something that I've read is very common, to have certain places where you do certain types of activities. It just helps your brain get into that mode. And it was exciting to me to be able to finally get some progress and see that. As you look back at that, how did that feel to you?
I think I need to go back downstairs to answer that question.
Okay.
It's creative downstairs. That's a creative question about the feelings. I don't really remember specifically, but it felt more creative.
Okay.
And it felt like, I can't answer that up here.
Okay. Well, not a big revelation today, not a lot of progress as far as this video goes. Next week will be a spoiler video, so maybe we'll share a little bit about what we discussed today.
Yeah, we had a lot of changes, so we should have a good amount to share next week.
Okay. So our question for you is, what do you do to your environment to help your mind get in a creative space? Let us know that in the comments, and we will see you again in 2 weeks.